What's up, y'all? Matt here from Explorer, Florida, Exploration Rocks. Now today I'm going to be napping some locally sourced stuff from Florida, some Florida stone, and I heated this to about 450 for 13 hours. I didn't mean to heat it for 13 hours, but it came out pretty good. It didn't really mess up. I had some really grainy stone and some coral in there, and this is kind of what it looks like not heated. Yeah, so that's unheated stuff there, and see how it flakes. I don't know if that's probably because there's a seam there, and I'm not just making excuses. I don't like to say, you know, there's a seam there, there's inclusions or whatever, but there actually is. There, you could tell. And I'm just kind of trying to prove a point here by, so alright, that didn't really prove anything, but alright, so you could see there. Now whether it be the stone or whatever, it seems like it really wants to nap, but take my word for it, it doesn't, unless you have just a perfect solid piece that you can work. If you find stuff that's like this, probably are going to want to heat it. Maybe not for 13 hours or whatever it was that I did, but so I got that. I got some stuff that I don't think I heated this at all, and if I did, it wasn't for long enough. Still a little grainy. This was probably looks like a flake, and that I just kind of maybe chipped around the edges here a little bit, but I decided to pull it out and kind of show you guys, because I really want to just kind of show some of you guys. I know some of you have asked me about the stuff that I found and how well it works, and kind of wanted to see, so I was gonna do it anyway today, so I figured I'd go ahead and record it just to let you guys know, or you know, let you guys see. Alright, see, we got a flake there, but when it flakes, now I'm not saying that it can't be worked, but when it flakes, it just comes apart in a bunch of different areas. So it doesn't detach smoothly. It wants to kind of do these little step fractures, and maybe not throughout the whole piece, but this, I was napping this, and I stopped because it has some crystal pockets in there, and I just wanted to see if I could heat it and work it a little better, but I might not even mess with this. There is a seam running through there, and it's very likely that I will snap it, but if I can heat it up and make a nice little point. Alright, you can see there, it does flake, it does run some flakes, but again, it kind of wants to step out a little bit. that one was cleaner. So yeah, you can thin this stuff down unheated, or with little heat even. But and I'm not saying, you know, you can't. But in my experience, it definitely helps to heat it. So I may have put some heat to this already. I may have heated it a little bit. Now I'm gonna use, I got this that I made. I'm gonna go down a size smaller. I made this one here out of stone and epoxy, and it really works for smaller flakes and stuff like that. Alright, so now you can see it's traveling about to the middle there, and I'm not really striking it hard either. I'm gonna strike it a little harder right here. I put my hand in the way, so I'm not striking a part that I don't want to strike. At that point, I would rather kind of hit my hand than the actual piece, and it helps with my accuracy, because your instinct is not to hit yourself, I guess. So when my hand is there, I'm definitely trying to hit exactly where I'm aiming. So that's why I do that. I'm not teaching or anything. I'm just telling you guys what's, you know, going through my brain when I do this. So you guys can just already tell this is a very tough stone. Yeah, it's not a very big bopper, but it should be thin enough to where when you hit that, you know, edge there, it should do something. It's literally chewing the copper up. So I'm gonna swap it for, let's see, indirect, and then this could tell me, you know, how hard I need to hit it. And I'm about to get into this to show you guys just how much easier it is. See, I'm really smacking on this thing right here at just the edge. I'm not even really up on it. I hope you guys can see, but it's really taking a beating. So I'm not wanting to hit a solid copper rod, so I'm gonna break this one out. Now this appears to be a 1/2 inch steel rod with a little copper cap on it. And let's see. Alright, I'm gonna try one more time. Alright, there we go. So you can see there we go. Now this thing probably would have went all the way through to the other side if there wasn't that little seam there. So That was actually not what I expected. I didn't expect it to work at all, but that was pretty nice. So anyway, the amount of abuse I have to inflict on this piece, I really don't want to keep going with this, just because as it gets thinner and I'm still having to apply similar force because of these voids and that seam there. I don't know how far it goes through. It doesn't show up on the backside, so I don't want to mess it up, but I really I really do kind of want to now, but I'll take a crack at it from this other side and we'll see. And if it breaks, it breaks. It did something there. It didn't do what I wanted it to do, but it did something. Alright. Okay. So, the seam cuts out right there, which is very nice, very lucky for me. Cuts out right there. And you can see it's already thinning it down. It was that thick. Now it's, you know, that thick. So, can I save these little crystal pockets? I don't know. Probably not. But I might go a little more with this, just because. Alright, you guys see that crystal pocket there? It's gonna rip this whole edge off there. Let me see. Yeah, it's very steppy in through there. Now, what I'm thinking is, even if I heated this, I'm probably still gonna lose that if I go to work it down. So I'm gonna just come over here. Let's just see what we can accomplish without. Okay, that kind of worked. The pieces broke up though. Alright, so instead of following that ridge, I'm going to jump over here. Probably didn't need to abrade that much. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, I want to show you guys. I think I did rip those crystal pockets off. See, I don't know how this thing went back together. Let's see. I'm not really that great at puzzles. Anyway, okay. What's this one? Yeah. Yeah. There we go. All right. So you guys can see. Kind of fit into something like that. So I struck it here. It went a little higher than I wanted it to. See right there? And there was a seam that went from here to here, right? So it should have stopped somewhere right in where that seam is. It should have just stopped. But the seam must have ended right here because it took it off. So yep, the seam is gone, which is good news. The crystal pockets are still there, so that's really cool. These two crystal pockets are gonna have to go because now that I'm thinning it out in a hurry too, I'm gonna have to lose this part here. Yeah, that's just how it is. I'm gonna have to lose that. I'm gonna have to lose this too. That's gonna go, that little crystal. But let's see what else we can do here. I'm gonna jump back to this because I really have to put some force to that one. Like, I gotta smack that steel pretty hard for it to do anything. So clean that area up. Kind of glad I stuck with this now. It's kind of cool that I was able to thin that out. Now I'm gonna say that I heat treated this. I'm gonna say I heated this because I really think that I heated this because it doesn't feel as grainy as the other stuff. So I'm not sure though, but I went into making this video to show everyone how much heat treating works with this Florida stone. And took that right there, and I'm just not sure, folks. I'm not sure if I heated it or not. I really think it is though. I think it's a little heated. Maybe not all the way through. I should have probably thrown it back. Alright, I'm not trying to get any huge flakes right here. I like those flake scars in there. That was really cool. Now, if I can do that same thing on the other side here, if I can make it look like that over here, then yeah, that's what I want. I'm very surprised, actually. I really didn't think that this stone was gonna do so good, and it's still. I'm gonna say I heated it, but I didn't heat it all the way like it should have been. Still kind of steppy there, but maybe that's just me. That might just be me. Take a little more. All right, let me pressure flake. Sorry about the traffic, y'all. I can't help that. Alright. Now I'm going to use the small bopper again. Clean this up. I might keep it this thickness all the way through. I might not try to go too crazy with getting it thin. Work on the base anyway, so try to clean that up a bit. Also, when I'm napping, when I start using, you know, the bopper or whatever, I don't just go into a piece and just start smacking on it. I'll hit it a little light, and then I'll gradually increase the pressure, or the you know, the force. So the only reason why I say is because somebody watched one of my videos, and this was in real life, and they're like, you're just smacking that piece over and over and over again, and it doesn't look like anything's happening. And as I was watching it, I thought the same thing. I mean, to be honest, it does look like that. Looks like I'm just smacking this piece over and over and over again and nothing's happening. But what's actually happening is what's going on in my brain is I can figure out the forces required to you know, to actually hit a piece. So and I do that often, actually. Even if I know exactly how hard I need to hit it, I might, on this side over here, I might start, you know, a little less forceful, and then gradually work my way up. Wow, you know what? That piece right there is kind of smooth. So I'm going to say that I actually did heat this. I did heat this piece, but for whatever reason, it didn't heat all the way through, because I could feel it. It's a little grainy over here, and this is coastal. It's got to be Florida coastal. I've worked some before, and it looks exactly the same. So I'm just gonna say it's Florida coastal. I found it in Florida, and that's what it is. So I'm just being really cautious over here in this corner, in both corners actually. I haven't decided if I'm going to work on this edge anymore, but I might have to. Let's see. If I can leave that in, I might just not mess with it at all. That was a good strike. So I'm coming from the other side now on the bottom. I can work my way up. Okay, getting some of that off. Starting to thin down a lot more, flatten out. Now this is an aluminum mallet here. So sometimes you'll see me working with my mallet, you might go, what is he doing? Well, this is aluminum, and if you ever see me doing anything like that, I'm probably just, scraping some of the flakes that are attached, some weak edge there. I'm trying to make the edge not so weak. Now, I just want to say one thing. I'm not teaching anybody how to, or anything like that. I'm not doing no how-to videos or nothing. I don't know how to. The only thing that I do know is what's going on in my brain while I'm doing it, and my thought process. So I do share my thought process because some of you guys may have similar thought processes, and if something doesn't work and I was thinking of it, I can go back and go, what was I thinking? And then I can go, oh, that's what I was thinking when I did that. So maybe if I changed, how I'm thinking about it, I can do better. So all right, we got that big nasty part out of it, and I still got some work to do over here. I'm losing material on this side. Actually, I need to start working on that and on this. So I'm kind of having to flip-flop, which is not ideal for me, or probably not ideal for a beginner, because you're constantly having to keep up with your center line and where you should be napping. But that's just how this piece is going for me right now. All right, I'm kind of hesitating, because if I'm probably gonna rip this right off. I really don't want to. It's a really unique looking piece there. I'm gonna try to run a flake going inward, and that just scooped it, so made it worse. All right, let's try it. All right, so it ran a little bit. All right, I'm gonna pressure flake a little more. Just trying to be careful. Bring the edge up. Now I'm probably going to cut this video short. Probably not going to finish the whole thing right now. I am going to nap that other piece, and I might do it in a different video. Just for the sake of keeping the video short and all that. I might actually take this out back here. Get away from this traffic. It's driving me nuts. Alright, so I will say one thing though. Even if I just left it like this, it is still way better than what it looked like before. And it just goes to show me how much better I'm getting. Because before I started working on this, it was still a pretty cool piece. I'm gonna pressure flake it and call it, because I don't want to ruin this right now. I'm gonna fix the symmetry a little bit. Chopper flying through, saying hi. That's another reason why I'm going to wrap this up. Is that straight? It's a lot of noise. Probably irritating for y'all to watch. And for that, I do apologize. I am working on a quiet little area I can do my work in. Here. that's pretty straight there. And if it's not, you guys just let me know. I would have liked to have ran some more flakes through there. Which there are some arrowheads that I don't finish on purpose because I get better tools or what have you, and go back to them like I did with this one. Now if I would have tried to have finished this point back when I started to preform it, I probably would have broke it. I probably would have broken it. So there are some people that say, just go ahead and finish what you're working on and then move forward. And I agree with that, but there are certain times that I can't agree with it. And this is one of them. Come on, I want to run a couple right here, and then I'm done. Without breaking it. Yeah, man, I should have left it alone. Or you know what I should have done? I should have thrown it back in the roaster and heat treated it some more. That's what I should have done. What's up, buddy? Check this out. Alright. That kind of helped it. Remember that Arrowhead with the crystals?
Oh yeah.
Actually made a point out of it.
Nice.
Doing a video here. Alrighty. Symmetry is something that I struggle with. So that's one thing that I'm working on. Now, I should just make it like that. Thin it out, make it a little smaller. Yeah, I had to lose length to make it straighter. There's just no way around it. No way around it. I cut in too far in the middle. And this is where I'm going to end the video. If you guys like this and you stay to the end, check out our Discord page, man. I'm trying to get some of y'all in there. And it's free and there is no catch. We'll just behave and have fun. Have fun buying or selling your stuff in there. Showing off whatever you make. Feel free to post. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. I thought I messed up the things there for a second. But there you have it. There's Florida coastal Arrowhead that's half heated. And thanks for watching. All right, later.